I'm a believer. I'm a believer in global warming, and my record is good on the subject. So where are we headed from here? We're headed to natural gas. Natural gas will do everything we want it to do. It's 130 octane fuel. It's 25% cleaner than oil. It's ours. We have an abundance of it. So what you have is natural gas is the bridge fuel, is the way I see it. I don't have to worry about the bridge to where at my age. That's your concern. But when you look at the natural gas we have, it could very well be the bridge to natural gas because you have plenty of natural gas. So I think I've made my point that that we have to get on our own resources in America. If we do, we can cut out, it's costing us $1 billion a day for oil. And we have no energy plan. Thank you.
Thanks for that. So from your point of view, you had this great Pickens plan that was based on wind energy, and you abandoned it basically because the economics changed. What happened?
I lost $150 million. That'll make you abandon something. No, what happened to us, Chris, is that power is it's priced off the margin. And so the margin is natural gas. And at the time I went into the wind business, natural gas was $9. Today it's $2.40. You cannot do a wind deal under $6 an MCF.
So what happened was that we through increased ability to use fracking technology, the calculated reserves of natural gas kind of exploded and the price plummeted, which made wind uncompetitive. In a nutshell, that's what happened.
That's what happened. We found out that we could go to the source rock, which were the Carboniferous shales in the basins. First one was Barnett Shale in Texas, and then the Marcellus up in the northeast across New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Haynesville, and Louisiana. This stuff is everywhere. We are overwhelmed with natural gas.
But natural gas is a fossil fuel. You burn it, you release CO2. So you believe in the threat of climate change. Why doesn't that prospect concern you?
Well, you're going to have to use something. What do you have to replace it?
Well, the issue... The argument that it's a bridge fuel makes sense because the amount of CO2 per unit of energy is lower than oil and coal, correct? And so everyone can be at least happy to see a shift from coal or oil to natural gas. But if that's it, and that becomes the reason that renewables don't get invested in, then long-term we're screwed anyway, right?
Well, I'm not ready to give up, but Jim and I talked there as he left, and I said, how do you feel about natural gas? And he said, well, it's a bridge fuel, is what it is. And I said, bridge to what? Where are we headed? See, but again, I told you, I don't have to worry with that.
I don't think that's right, Boone. I think you're a person who believes in your legacy. You've made the money you need. You're one of the few people in a position to really swing the debate. I mean, do you support the idea of some kind of carbon, some kind of price on carbon? Does that make sense?
I don't like that because it ends up the government is going to run the program, and I can tell you it'll be a failure. The government is not successful on these things. They just aren't. I mean, it's a bad deal. Look, I don't mind going back to nuclear. No, let me tell you, I've told you what my age was. I got out of school in '51. I witnessed my first frack job at Borger, Texas in 1953. Fracking came out in '47. The first frack job was in '47. I saw my first one, '53. I've fracked over 3,000 wells in my life. Never had a problem with messing up an aquifer or anything else.
All right. So you don't support a carbon tax of any kind or a price on carbon. Your picture then, I guess, that as how the world eventually gets off fossil fuels is through innovation, ultimately, that will someday make solar and nuclear cost competitive.
Solar and wind, Jim and I agreed on that in 13 seconds, that it's going to be a small part because you can't rely on it.
So how does the world get off fossil fuels?
How do we get there? Well, you're going to use, we have so much natural gas, a day will not come where you say, well, let's don't use that anymore. You'll keep using it. It is the cleanest of all. I know what you're telling me, and I'm not disagreeing with you. How in the hell can we get off the natural gas at some point? And I say that is your problem.
All right. So it's the bridge fuel. What is at the other end of that bridge is for this audience to figure out. If someone comes to you with a plan that really looks like it might be part of the solution, are you ready to invest in those technologies, even if they aren't maximized for profits? They might be maximized for the future health of the planet?
I lost 150 million on the wind. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm game for it because again, I'm trying to get energy solved for America, and anything American will work for me.
Boone, I really, really appreciate you coming here, engaging in this conversation. I think there's a lot of people who want to engage with you, and that was a real gift you gave this audience. Thank you so much.
You bet. Good. Thank you.